Have you ever felt manipulated, used, or completely drained by the actions of someone close to you? Have you ever found yourself stuck in a toxic relationship where your emotional energy is constantly being siphoned away, leaving you questioning your sanity? Where it feels like no matter how much you give, it's never enough? Maybe it's a partner, a family member, or even a supposed friend. If you've been in a relationship where you're the one doing all the giving, only to receive drama and manipulation in return, this guide is for you. It's time to break free from that cycle of emotional abuse. It's time to reclaim your peace and your power. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy founded by figures like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, offers powerful tools that can help you handle toxic people in your life with wisdom, grace, and strength. Stoicism teaches us to master our inner world so that we are not tossed around by the storms of other people's behavior. It offers a unique, emotionally resilient approach to dealing with individuals who drain us, manipulate us, or push us into a place of self-doubt. In this guide, we'll explore 13 Stoic strategies to protect yourself from toxic people. These strategies are not about passive acceptance of mistreatment, they're about active empowerment. They will help you understand how to rise above manipulation, reclaim your peace, and become emotionally bulletproof. Let's dive into these timeless lessons from Stoicism and learn how to deal with toxic people like a Stoic warrior. 1. Identify toxic behavior. Recognize the red flags. Before you can deal with toxic people, you need to first understand what toxic behavior looks like. Toxic people are often skilled at manipulation. They might make you feel like nothing you do is ever good enough, or they constantly criticize your decisions. You may find yourself apologizing even when you haven't done anything wrong. This type of behavior is often the hallmark of a manipulative, emotionally draining relationship. Think about this. Have you ever been in a situation where someone constantly makes you feel inferior or guilty for things that aren't your fault? Maybe it's a family member who always plays the victim, or a partner who never takes responsibility for their actions. It's easy to get caught up in their drama and start questioning yourself. Toxic individuals feed off your emotional reactions, drawing you into their chaos. The Stoics understood that part of mastering your emotions and mental clarity is learning to identify and avoid emotional manipulation. By recognizing toxic behavior early, you can maintain control over how you respond to it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the first step, identifying toxic behavior and refusing to be drawn into it. Second, set boundaries with Stoic resolve. Once you've recognized the toxic behavior, the next step is to establish firm boundaries. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control other people's actions, but we have complete control over how we respond to them. This means that while you cannot change the behavior of toxic people, you can control how much access they have to your time and energy. Setting boundaries is not about being harsh or rude. It's about protecting your peace and emotional well-being. Toxic individuals often disregard boundaries, so you must communicate them clearly and stand firm. The Stoics believed in the power of self-discipline and detachment from external influences. Imagine being like a fortress, strong and unshakable in your resolve. Whether it's a friend who constantly demands your attention or a partner who manipulates you into feeling guilty, you have the right to say no without feeling the need to explain yourself. The Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, often reminded themselves that they were not beholden to the whims of others. By setting boundaries, you take back control over your time and your mental space. 3. Practice emotional detachment. Don't let their drama become yours. Toxic people love to drag others into their drama, whether it's creating conflict out of nothing, playing the victim, or stirring up trouble to get attention. They thrive on the emotional energy of others. But Stoicism teaches that we do not have to engage with or internalize other people's chaos. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you become cold or indifferent to others. It means you learn to observe their behavior without allowing it to affect your inner peace. The Stoic principle of apatheia is all about being indifferent to external events that are beyond your control. When someone tries to manipulate you or drag you into their emotional whirlwind, remember that you have the power to choose not to react. Picture yourself standing on a quiet hill while the storm rages below you. Toxic people may shout and demand your attention, but like a Stoic, you can remain calm and composed, choosing not to be swept up in their turmoil. By practicing emotional detachment, you create a barrier between their negativity and your inner tranquility. 4. Don't take it personally. Remember that it's not about you. Toxic people often project their unhappiness, insecurities, or frustrations onto others. When they lash out or manipulate, it's usually a reflection of their own inner turmoil, not a true critique of who you are as a person. One of the most important Stoic lessons is understanding that other people's actions are not a reflection of you. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that the negativity you experience from others is not something you need to internalize. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or tries to manipulate you, it is a reflection of their own state of mind, not yours. Think of it like this. When a toxic person tries to criticize you, imagine their words as arrows that miss their mark. Rather than letting them pierce your heart, let them bounce off you. By understanding that toxic people's behavior is about them, not you, you can avoid taking their words or actions personally. Maintain your inner peace. Don't let them shake you. When dealing with toxic individuals, it's easy to become upset, frustrated, or angry. But the Stoics understood that maintaining inner peace is one of the highest virtues. To achieve this, you must learn to let go of the need to control how others behave. You can't control their words, actions, or opinions, but you can control your reaction. In the face of negativity, practice deep breathing, mindfulness, and self-awareness. When someone tries to provoke you, remind yourself that you are in charge of your emotions. If you react with anger or frustration, you are allowing them to control your emotional state. Instead, respond with calmness, reason, and compassion. The Stoics believed that responding to adversity with virtue was the path to true freedom. Conclusion: empower yourself with Stoic wisdom. Dealing with toxic people isn't easy, but it is possible with the right mindset and tools. The Stoic philosophy offers powerful strategies to protect your peace, reclaim your emotional power, and rise above manipulation. Remember, it's not about passively accepting mistreatment. It's about taking bold action to preserve your well-being and staying true to your own values. By identifying toxic behavior, setting firm boundaries, practicing emotional detachment, and maintaining inner peace, you can build an emotional fortress that no one can penetrate. You are not a passive victim in the face of toxic individuals. Like the Stoics, you have the power to control your responses, take ownership of your emotional state, and protect your mental and emotional health. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When you apply this Stoic wisdom to your relationships, you'll find that your emotional wealth, the peace, contentment, and resilience that come from within, is the only thing that truly matters.